Hey guys, this is Anastasia Autumnfire, and this video is for the April full moon incense. Sorry I'm getting this up a little late, but figure better late than never, right? Tuesday is the full moon. It is in Libra, and of course Tuesday is Tears Day, so it is a day of balance, it is a day of justice. It can be a day of lusty energy and passion. And for me, it definitely kind of has a warrior feel to it. I am creating this on Friday because of its connection to love and light. And the forecast for the moon was wonderful tonight. It is a day of divine and cosmic love, compassion and charity, humility, intuition, and revelation. A triumph of spirit over mind and feelings. Prayers are heard and fulfilled. The sign today is Virgo, which is an earth sign. So it is that rational, practical, focus on small details, which can kind of be a bad thing, but I think when you have the balance of, this great intuition and triumph of spirit over mind, you have kind of this divine energy pumping through you. That Virgo kind of balances it out. So I really liked that as well. And the symbols for today are heart and the Holy Grail. So we have that connection to water and mysticism, and heart, again, love and light. So it felt like good juju. I wanted to get this going and get this up, even though normally I do it on the new moon. So sometimes you gotta play around with it. So anyway, back to the moon. So the April moon is commonly known as the pink moon, according to the Farmer's Almanac. This is because natives would notice that there was pink moss, or wild ground phlox, were one of the first spring flowers. So they would kind of see this pink popping up all over the place, and that's what they would correlate it with. Other names for this moon are sprouting grass moon, the egg moon, and the fish moon. Again, all of those I've gotten from the Farmer's Almanac. The egg moon I kind of dug because it's really representative of all the fertility that we have going on right now. The earth is springing back to life. It also is the first full moon after Ostara, so that's a connection for me. And this year, at least, it coincidentally pops up like a week before Easter. So eggs made sense to me, but I really connected more to the pink moon. Reason being, for me, this time of year is really all about rose quartz energy. It's about that gentle, soft, sometimes romantic love, but for me, it's really more about just this unconditional and compassionate healing kind of love. And for some reason this year, I swear, the seasons or Sabbats or what have you are really hitting me in correlation with certain crystals. So if it's kind of weird hearing me refer to it as rose quartz energy, I that's how it's coming through to me, so I'm rolling with it. It's also a time of rejuvenation and renewal. So again, it kind of connects to, for me, when we're talking about rejuvenation, I can talk, and renewal, that for me really speaks to self-love, because, our mundane lives, we're running around like chickens with our heads cut off 9 times out of 10. We have all these other responsibilities we have to do. If someone gets missed when it comes time to breathe and relax and have that cup of tea or that extra long bubble bath, who's the person that ends up missing out on that kind of fun stuff? It's usually you. Just because you're busy worrying about this person and that person and the other person. Even, I think a lot of times people say, oh, well, you would say that as a mom, but it's like, dude, I'm sorry. When I did not have a child, I was still worrying about everyone else and their mother. Before I, was married, I still was one of those people where I'm worried about everyone else and their mom. It has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with if you are a parent. It has to do with I think a lot of times people worry about everyone other than themselves because we figure we'll get taken care of. We can figure ourselves out later. And this time of year really calls us, as the earth is coming back to life, as spring is kind of busting out all over, not to quote Rodgers and Hammerstein, but yes, I just did. God, I cringe. It's one of those times where we need to kind of slow down and reflect and take that moment, especially after the dark of the year. We have the light coming up to us, right? So we've had all this time during winter for this introspection and shadow work, perhaps, and kind of delving with these deep, dark issues. Now's the time to kind of, okay, I worked with this, that, and the other thing, and maybe I still have work to do, but damn it, I fucking kicked its ass. I did this. Have some fun. Celebrate your victories. And I think that's really what the energy of this year is telling us. So, and pink, for some reason, pink as a color, it's probably more of a personal thing. My daughter loves pink. She does quite frequently wear all pink all the time. And I can't help, even when she irritates the crap out of me, because, oh my Lanta, does that girl know how to push my buttons? And especially now that I'm discovering, wow, I really am an empath. Man, oh man, does she mess with me. On levels she doesn't even understand, I don't think. But you can't help but look at her and not smile. You have to just kind of just giggle when you see her at times. And pink is joy, pink is happiness, pink is that kind of connection. And I'm sorry if I'm going way too long about pink, but it really does resonate within me. Oddly enough, another thing that kind of clicked with me, I've been doing a lot of research on Aphrodite. Last month I went to Paganicon and I did a meditation on the elements, and when it came to water, I expected absolutely no connection because it's water and it hates me, and that's fine by me because I don't really need it. It's just been this kind of hostile energy between us. And somehow this year that has broken free. That there's no more hostility. I have embraced water and it's accepting me. And anyway, when it came to the water meditation, suddenly there was Aphrodite. And it was this amazing, amazing experience. And I'm going to do a video on that, so I don't want to delve too much. But because of that, I started doing research on Aphrodite. And I discovered April is her sacred month. She was born on the 4th day, so the 4th month is sacred to her. So, of course, when it comes to what is her sacred full moon, it is the April full moon. And again, 9 times out of 10, you think Aphrodite, you think pink. Not just because of Xena. It deals with, it deals with the heart. I think of green. I think of pink because of the heart chakra. And again, rose quartz, it goes back to that. But also it's the warmth, it's the kindness. And I'm going back into listing things that really resonate to me about the name and color. So I won't go too far into that, but it just made sense that it would connect to Aphrodite. So yes, that is why I resonate with the pink moon. But as I've said, there are many other names, according to the Farmer's Almanac. There are even more names if you look at like Celtic names or Neo-Pagan names or Wiccan names. There's all sorts of different names. And if none of them strike true for you, if none of them resonate, sweetie, go out this full moon and name it yourself. What is it that hits you? Is it the wind moon? Is it the bird moon? For some reason, air is just hitting me. Whatever connects to you, do it up. Take charge. Name it yourself. So, with all of that said, what did I put in my mix this month? So for the Lunar Incense base, I have rose, for beauty, divine love, and courage. Lemon peel for cleansing. And renewal. I added a few personal correspondences this time when I entered it in. I kind of went with intuition. I've got all their correspondences kind of written out, but for documentation. But I also just kind of put them in there and felt what it was I needed to say at that time. So with lemon peel, I brought about, yes, cleansing, but also renewal, refreshment. Let it connect to that zing that you get when you bite into a lemon. That was wrong. When you sip like a lemon drink, a lemonade, that refreshment, let it just cleanse and move over the world. Let it just heal it up. I did not do jasmine this time. I really wanted to, but I discovered I thought I had some and I don't. So I went with hibiscus. And with the hibiscus, I went for divination, lust, and love. And then I kind of connected it through to wisdom for some reason. That's what hit me when I entered it in, kind of this otherworldly wisdom, connection. Sandalwood, spiritual connection, meditation, relaxation, something that becomes part of you, that kind of connection. White willow, again, spiritual connection, but also wisdom. Let it speak to us not only through the physical realm, but the spiritual realm. Let it connect to the wisdom within. Let it connect us to the wisdom of our ancestors, since it is a tree that can connect you to the other realm, the realm of the dead. Let us learn from our past so we can make a better future. Lotus for peace, tranquility, mercy, also beauty, compassion. When I entered this, I had just this huge, just hit me over the head with a mallet of let it help us connect to the goddess that cries out for us, the one that wants to lead us over this fire, but we are afraid to, so we hesitate because fire, it's a thing. But let it give us that bravery to look to them. There is a great amount of bravery and courage and strength in peace and tranquility and mercy. It is very hard to choose peace over fighting. And I really want that to be driven home with this. Then I used mugwort for divination and fertility and lust. I really connected to the fertility in this. Let it connect to our mothers. Let it connect to those mothers that came before us. Let it connect to the mothers that we didn't even know. Let it connect to those nurturings, those connections. I think I just said, let it connect to the connections. For me, for some reason, it really came through just our earth. Go out and like seriously just put your palm against a tree and feel the energy, because it is there to nurture. It is there to calm. And that is what I want in this blend. And then I went with apple for love, immortality, knowledge, beauty, and connection to the ancestors. And those were ideals I really stayed with. I think I added a bit more about wisdom as well as the knowledge, but I kind of riffed off of those because those were exactly what I was feeling at the time. I think I talked more about finding the love within, finding the beauty within, not just external but internal, and help us to see that more so than the reflection in the mirror. Because I don't know about y'all, but that would help me out good plenty. So that's what I put in. Then for the specific items for working with the pink moon, here's where I realize I didn't tell you what good workings happen with the pink moon, but it's okay because we can make it work. During the pink moon, according to Magical Recipes Online, the pink moon is all about love. It's a good time to work on beauty. It's a good time to work on love. It's a good time to maybe take some time for yourself, pamper yourself a little bit, take that ritual bath to cleanse, not just physically or even spiritually, but also cleanse your own mind, cleanse your own negativity about yourself. That's really hitting home with me on this. You know, we constantly, I don't need to go into that. Sorry, that will be a whole other video. So, but yeah, so that's what they suggested. And then because it's in Libra magic, according to Luna's grimoire, is good for working with a partner, working on marriage, couples, partnerships, peace, and fairness. For me, when I read that, especially that plus the pink moon energy, what I really felt was, yes, work on self, work on that special someone in you, but expand it too. Why not work on relationships as a whole? What about your family? What about your friends? What about your community? Not just the pagan community. I mean, please, we can always work on the pagan community. There's so much we could do. But I mean, just your neighbors. There's so much in the world today that's just ugly and painful. And why not use a little bit of that love energy to heal that a bit and to work over that a bit and see where it is you can help. I don't want to get too deep into it because then it could go easily political and we don't need that. But there's a lot of heartbreak in the world today. There's a ton. I myself have never been more at a loss with the goings on in our world. So I, for one, am going to be using this night to not only work on myself, because yeah, sweetie, I need some help. And so does my family. But I'm definitely going to be working with this incense to spread out that love, send out that positivity. And yes, I'm fully aware you can't heal all the world's wounds with a little bit of positivity and light. No, you're right. Absolutely not. But you know what? I don't think the universe is going to be any worse for wear if I send out a little bit of the lovin', a little bit of rose quartz energy into the world on this night and on every night. Every time I light my candles, that is what my intent is. And I think this moon really is bringing out that message for me personally. So when it came to choosing the 4 specific items to put in for the pink moon specifically, I went with catnip to enhance beauty and happiness, to give protection while sleeping, and love magic. That was a bit more of the pampering and the self-love, focusing on the self and finding my true happiness and finding my beauty within. Protection while sleeping, oh man, we've got some night terrors, sweetie, so any help with that would be great. Again, I'm starting to discover things about my path and about what powers I actually have, as cliche as that frickin' sounds. And yeah, protection while sleeping is a big one for me. Orange, I added to attract abundance and happiness through love, through marriage, if you so choose that path. Enhance attractiveness and beauty. Again, when I was saying those words as I was sprinkling in the orange, I even said enhance attractiveness and beauty within as well as without. And let us also see the attractiveness and beauty around us. I think a lot of times, I know I myself am going full speed ahead, there it is, and I don't take the time to realize just how freaking awesome life can be at times, just how amazingly beautiful things are around me. So let that sun, let that physical energy kind of soak in a bit at times. I tend to get so I tend to get so focused on spiritual that I miss the joy of the physical, and you need that balance. So I really did add the orange as well for that balance, especially in the spirit of Libra. I wanted to have balance in this blend. So it is a lunar blend, but I did add orange specifically thinking of letting the sun in and really illuminating everything along with the moon. And then I put in Yerba Santa or Herba Santa for beauty, healing, psychic powers, and protection. I did find a site that also mentioned helping to unveil the beauty from within. And again, I thought that was a really beautiful thing. But this one, more than anything, I put it in concerning the healing and the psychic powers. The idea behind the psychic powers, the thing of Herba Santa that I got actually says for vision quests, like it's something that will help you see what is beyond. And that is what I really wanted, was help me see what it is I'm choosing not to see. If there is something that I need to illuminate in my life, light that sucker up so I can get working on it. But also, if there are things that, we as a race need to see, we as a people need to see, let's have a little bit of illumination. Let people see the actions that they are doing and what consequences they may be causing. Just illumination. I think I'm going into way longer than I need to. Just illumination was big for me on that. And then the last item I put in was lemon balm for compassion. Endings, I did specify endings of pain, of war, of needless death. That's kind of been a big thing for me lately. Fertility, happiness, healing, longevity, love, mental clarity, prosperity, psychic connection, release, success, and youth. Lemon balm is also supposed to help a lot with dispelling melancholy and helping fight depression, which I love. And it kind of goes back to that self-pampering. I don't know about you, but I get really down on myself, so sometimes you need that little lift. Also, I read somewhere that lemon balm, or Melissa, is also known as kind of the communicator herb. It when it comes to love, it kind of communicates and brings things together. It binds them. So I liked that concept. So yeah, that's what's in there. And I've kind of explained why. I'm going to do the binding real quick. Sorry, my big hand. So we've got gardenia oil to represent the moon. So maiden, by mother, by crone. Maiden, by mother, by crone. By maiden, by mother, by crone. Now, I've done the female. I've done the lunar. I'm using orange oil in this. Although it is to honor the goddess, I felt pulled again to honor the balance as well. So I wanted to add orange oil to represent the sun and the masculine energy. So I'm going to go by the warrior, maybe, father, and sage, by warrior, by father, by sage, by warrior, by father, by sage. I really kind of struggled with that when I was getting that message. I'm like, but it's a lunar incense. Why am I acknowledging the god? Why are we doing masculine energy? And very, very quickly, I was reminded that masculine energy does not necessarily mean it has to be the god. Certainly goddesses have masculine energy. And even if it is referring to a god, Libra is about balance. It's about communication between part A and part B. So why not have that represented? And as I am quickly learning, if I get a message from someone or something, I'm usually going to follow it. Spirit guides, you diabolic. So that is how it looks. Again, very springy. Honestly, if I look at it, it's very Beltane. I just keep saying that. It is. It's very woodsy. But I like it. I'm good with it. I love the intent behind it. I love the purpose. I'm going to cleanse it real quick and charge it real quick. And just a quick spiel about the backdrop. The Daydream poster back there, I actually got at a charity, oh, not a charity auction, a fundraising auction for the Minnesota Roller Derby girls. And I fell in love with it. I absolutely love it. It's part of my creativity altar. But when I look at it, I thought instantly spring and love and peace and just everything that I'm hoping for with this. The green candle, the tall green one, is my unity and peace candle. The thick white one towards the back right there, that is my spring candle. And then the shorter one, there we go, right there, is my inner light or inner spark to connect me. And then my little green one there is for healing. And then, although they look exactly alike, that is Himalayan pink salt. And that is a big, beautiful chunk of rose quartz. So those are the energies I'm going to ask to bless this. I'm going to let it sit out overnight with a piece of rose quartz, of course, and a moonstone and a quartz crystal. So yeah, that is what I've got. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm sorry if I was long-winded or got impassioned about talking about things I really didn't need to talk about. But it felt right. This moon, I really am hopeful that some amazing energy is going to come our way. I took the day off of work, and I'm so excited just to spend the day working on stuff and like just being present and being ready for this. And I hope you guys have amazing experiences too. Blessed be.